What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am joined once more by the very, very lovely Mr. Hartgrave. Say hello to all the McMinions out there, Mr. Hartgrave.
Hello, minions.
You were back. We were doing this 2 days in a row. It's
That was so much fun the first time,
yeah.
Which,
People enjoyed
twice.
the first collab, so decided to bring you back. But this time, instead of you roasting my Hydra roster, I'm gonna present a little present of Hydra and Eternals actually doing some pretty cool stuff in war.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know you're free to play, so you're not gonna quite have the Eternals just yet, but I know you're hoping to get Icarus to whatever this event is that's coming up. The events,
Who knows?
yeah, that was a really, really weird rollout. It was like 2 weeks between Cersei and Icarus. I'm like over here checking my watch. I'm like, hey guys, anytime. And then the Friday before his offers popped out, they threw out a mail saying that he's gonna be in some upcoming event. So it's like, okay, maybe we'll get the blog post about tonight, and that was about Dark Dimension 5. So it's like, cool. Can we know what this event is? We have no idea what it is.
Yeah, no idea. I have a hard time getting hype about stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to get excited, but I don't know if I'm getting them at 4 or if I'm getting them at 5 or if it's going to be super crappy and I'm going to get them at 3.
Yeah. Did you at least pull red stars on him?
Yeah, no, I pulled a couple of Elite 4s. I got 4 red. I'm good.
Nice. Yeah, you'll do quite fine with that. But I don't know if you've been paying attention to any of the videos that have been coming out about these two characters, and
they're the meta defining best characters in the game. Woo, open your wallets.
yeah, that's pretty much the summary of all our videos.
What makes me sad about it is that I have a 7 red Adam Warlock and a 6 red Silver Surfer, and I think that they're toast in raids.
Really? Okay,
I think it's
yeah.
Warriors plus Eternals. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Like, I got these amazing epic pulls on those 2 great characters for raids, and now they're not great anymore.
Yeah, I've got 7 red on Surfer, and I'm still gonna find a use for him somewhere. I swear I am.
Somewhere, but not in the raid.
Yeah.
These 2 are beasts.
Yeah, they're absolutely incredible.
Absolute monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're like made for Arena and Dark Dimension, but they didn't make them. They didn't make the decision to make them like only usable in those areas. Like they've got quite a bit.
Sam Cap stats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they're top 10. Both of them are top 10 in all the stats. It's absolutely crazy.
And my Cersei's like what 4 red, 5 yellow, and she has like over 500,000 health. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't have it pulled up right now, but yeah, my Cersei, she's 6 yellow, 5 red, sitting at level 85, tier 15, and she's like 750k health with her passive on. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It makes it just, you got to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Like them, don't like them, whatever. They're the best.
But
I'm not a fan of Dollar Store Superman, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah, it's that power creep, and it's really out of hand with these two. Oh, but anyways, we're not here to bitch about these two characters tonight. We're actually here to talk about we're here to talk about Hydra with the secret, or not Secret Avengers. Wow, the Eternals, but they are fighting a Secret Avengers team here. And the one thing you and I were talking about a little bit beforehand was, kind of finding a team that can elevate the Eternals, make them better beyond what they can do right now. And I think we've stumbled onto something here with Hydra. And you haven't seen this footage yet. I want to get your opinion on this and get your feedback on this stuff as we're going through it. But that was really unfortunate. Rip Zemo there. But he got his job done. He put the ability block on Sam. And this is one where, depending on
who, what is happening?
yeah, it's incredible, right?
What? This is done. It's like turn 1, it's over.
Yeah, 30 seconds in and it's done. But one thing I have found is like
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, Hail Hydra, and I'm gonna show some different fights here, but really the star of the show with Eternals is gonna be Zemo. The other two are very much interchangeable. I've got footage of them doing a slight punch down on Weapon X, but I'm swapping out like Red Skull and Grenadier for some tank characters, and then we've got Heroes for Hire. We got 140k and then a 50k punch down with Eternals and Zemo plus some characters against Heroes for Hire. and we'll talk about the Weapon X stuff as well. But if you guys do find this video helpful, you do enjoy it, and you do enjoy Mr. Heartgrave, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to Mr. Heartgrave's channel. There will be a link to it down below. We're like 5 minutes in, and all we've done is complain about Eternals. So anyways, we are gonna start with, let's start with the 140k punch down here against Heroes for Hire. Now this is kind of incredible, and I know you're gonna complain right away about Crossbones. And when CM Zemo,
if Crossbones is gonna beat Heroes for Hire, respect.
So I know, like, when CM Zemo later sees, or not CM Zemo, but when Zemo sees this later, he's gonna like be screaming about chips and stuff and how Crossbones is useless. The reason why I have Crossbones here is I can feel the content, the gears already grinding in your head for content on this. But yeah, so the reason I have Crossbones here is twofold. I need someone weaker than Red Skull, because I need Red Skull to get his special off, and Colleen moves and like kills Red Skull before he has a chance to do that. Granted, I could like gear him up, level him up more, but I've got a 4 Red Skull. I really don't feel like taking up the tier 14 just to beat Heroes for Hire, when I can use Crossbones for the same reason. And Crossbones also gives himself a couple of stacks of death proof, and that's going to help him survive just a little bit longer, so that he.
Expounding the virtues of Crossbones right now. Are you aware, sir?
I'm aware. This is like the only time I have ever found a use for Crossbones with Hydra. Like the only time.
Wow, Crossbones is meta again. You heard it here first.
Let's not go overboard here. Now, hold on a second.
The past.
But yeah, so there, like, Crossbones took all the heat away from, all those stacks of death proof and everything were consumed. Yeah. Colleen hammered him, gave Red Skull plenty of time to get his special off, and then at this point, it's all Eternals. Now, one other thing I should mention is trying to go for ability block here on Shang-Chi. You don't have to stick it. All you need to do is stick the speed down. Now, I have done your ISO recommendations. Excellent. He is Skirmisher. 2.1 Skirmisher on Zemo. I'll probably take him up to 2.2 at some point. I need more blue ions. But if you bonus if you land the ability block on Shang-Chi, because that delays his ultimate by 1 turn. But if you get that speed down,
that ultimate did nothing.
Yeah, it did.
No damage.
It like tickled them.
You might have been better taunting.
Yeah, but that speed down, and then I bring in some other characters later, and that for the 50k
speed up right here. That's what's gonna win.
Yeah,
giving the Eternals just an extra turn. It's totally OP.
And look at that ultimate from Icarus there, who just
that's what you want.
Drops
him returns
all below half health.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Then Cersei goes, reduces speed bar.
Nice.
But now we're stuck behind Luke Cage, and this is the problem: is I need someone who can like remove that taunt from Luke. So that was part of my goal, was try to find something that could disrupt if possible. Now, luckily, I did get the Dispel from Zemo's passive there to get rid of the taunt, so I can hammer.
Bring Miles Morales up to tier 15, man.
I'm never bringing you on for another collab.
It's got Disrupt.
Oh man, why do they hate us? But yeah, at this point, it's all really just the 2 Eternals going.
If you were having trouble, I mean, as great as Crossbones is, you could replace him with Doom, and you would have plenty of Disrupt.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is trying to find
another turn barrage for Icarus, right? He would get like 3 turns, and that might be able to do really. Are they going to win?
Should we just go ahead and fast forward a little bit here?
Yeah, are they going to? This takes forever. They're unkillable. What is going on? This is what I noticed, is that they're unkillable. They just don't die, which is why I'm like, oh god, this is my raid team. They don't die.
They just keep coming back. Now, granted, again, this is a 140k punch down, but still, the fact that these 2 just keep going.
Is this working as intended, or are they bugged?
No, this is, as far as I can tell, everything here is 100% working as intended.
That is nuts. Because I read the kits. I know that they're supposed to like full heal if they go down below 50% health like once, but it seems like they just constantly do that.
It's every time they fall below 50% health and they still have a stack of charge, it removes the stack of charge and heals them back up to full.
That's sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the Eternals are any better. Like they just
No, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Eternals. The
Oh,
Eternals
sorry,
are just
sorry. Yeah,
yeah. I know about Heroes for Hire.
yeah. Every time they fall below the first time they fall below 40%, they heal 60%, clear all the negative effects off themselves. And then every turn they heal back 15% of their max health. So when they have like top 10 max health stats in the game, well, this is what happens. They just go off. This is like, as I was fighting this, I was like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way those two are gonna like go off on their own. And this is the thing is with the if you get that ult off from Shang-Chi, completely changes the dynamic. Because you get the speed bar reduction, he hits hard because of all the positive effects that's on them.
Gotcha.
Like he trucks them.
So and having Zemo there just to throw out the opening, like kind of debuff or buff dispel.
Yeah, the ability block.
Speed down, ability block.
Yeah. Now, if you want to go for something a little bit closer, I don't have a screenshot of the opening fight. It's a 50K. I'll have to find a screenshot of it and throw it here in the video. This is a 50K, and we've got Zemo, Surfer, Emma, and the two Eternals. And this one, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We didn't land ability block.
Both of these characters are great on Heroes for Hire. Both Emma and Silver Surfer really work good for Heroes for Hire counters that aren't Weapon X.
Yeah. So you're going to notice no ability block on Shang-Chi.
Okay.
But because Emma is present.
Yes. Or not anymore.
All our characters are going first. So all Emma has to do is exist.
Yes. And that gets you.
And then get a speed down from Zemo on Shang-Chi. And then these two go off. And then, spoiler, Surfer does live to see the end of the fight with the other two, but Zemo's going to die off here in a second. He's got like nothing left.
You need some heal block. If you have some heal block, that like Weapon X has, of course.
Well, that's the thing is that heal block's going to go away as soon as they drop low on health. Because they clear all the negative effects.
I guess, is it trauma that keeps the heal block on?
It's the trauma. That's what makes Weapon X such a good counter. So that's the thing is you got to find something that like Surfer, he's just stealing everything. And I've got Striker on him. He's just going to steal Death Proof. He's going to steal Speed Up, Regeneration. I mean, look at everything he just stole from Shang-Chi. And then also, I believe the passive from Icarus where it clears negative effects will also trigger on the characters. It didn't get rid of the stun here, which is fine, but it's going to be able to clear negative effects off these two. They always clear ability block, so you can't stop them from getting off their abilities if that goes. But this just goes on and on, and yeah, this one was weird. So if you didn't catch, I don't know if you saw what just happened there. We got the mass assist from Cersei, and that calls the stun Surfer to assist. So he transfers his stun over to Shang-Chi. And then Surfer...
Beautiful.
So Surfer's sitting here. You still see he has the stun icon, but he's up on his board. When I first saw this, I was like, what the heck is this? And then that's when I realized what happened.
So I'm asking, like, are they glitched? Or what is it? I guess this is just how they're supposed to work.
Yeah, like... Well, I've noticed for a while that stun characters can still be called to assist, which is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. But it's still so funny.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't, but... Yeah, so the Surfer and Eternals show are gonna go on to win this.
Nor does being able to blind Daredevil, but there you go.
Well, that's he's got immunity to blind through his stats. Same with Cyclops. Cyclops is immune to blind as well.
You can still put the status on.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that I was like, hang on a second, how are you putting blind on Daredevil? And then he hit, so I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, at least they put something in the game.
But it's still like, ooh, he's blinded.
But yeah, I mean, Surfer is like an easy one because his ultimate removes stacks of charge. Yeah. So I mean, he's always a go-to character for Heroes for Hire. But yeah, I mean, the two Eternals plus Silver Surfer plus Zemo plus Emma, that means you no longer have to land the ability block. You just need to make sure that speed down gets on Shang-Chi, and then your Eternals and Surfer will take it from there. Finish him off. This is about a 50K punch down. Not bad at all. What do you think so far?
Great. It's great to see.
You don't seem too impressed.
Depends on how it's all about your war plan. So it depends on what you're doing. Like and I guess your status of your Weapon X team,
Mhm.
because Weapon X is designed to take out Heroes for Hire. I'm curious how the two Eternals would work with Weapon X. Can you substitute them in? Would it work better? Because I know Weapon X sometimes has issues on various, power levels.
Yeah, the tricky thing is gonna be because then you still should still get a significant speed bar boost for Omega Red to start because it gets like 15
Yeah.
per Weapon X. So yeah, I mean if you sub out two of them, you should still be okay. I can't see why you wouldn't be. That'd be something to
I'm,
test out.
yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my Eternals in War when it comes to that.
See,
I know a lot of people are probably gonna put them with the new Warriors,
yeah,
Deathpool and Cloak and Dagger, because they're like a 3-person team. This is a 2-person team. Seems to make sense.
yeah,
They're all cosmic heroes. They all get that kind of thing
yeah.
going.
We actually had someone in our alliance throw the New Warriors plus Eternals on defense, and he racked up 10 plus defensive
Yeah,
wins with them.
that's frightening, actually.
It finally took a 400k punch down from Infinity Watch to beat them,
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you have to Infinity Watch that, but if you
or
can't punch it
Weapon
down, you have a
X.
problem.
I think
Weapon X.
Weapon X is going to be, and this is the tricky thing because you were just talking about Weapon X and how you're going to budget them.
Yeah.
I think like outside of Weapon X, I don't know many dedicated counters to Eternals, and that's something I'm going to be testing for a while just to figure it out. Thankfully, we just finished our war, so after we're done recording tonight, I can just start like throwing crap at the wall and seeing what's going to stick against New Warriors and Eternals. But that team on defense is absolutely terrifying, and I
That is.
think that's where we're going to be dropping Weapon X.
And the thing that troubles me about that as well is you got to look at how the teams are growing.
Mm-hmm.
And Eternals and New Warriors are going to keep growing. They're raid teams, it's arena
Yep.
teams. They're not stagnant. Heroes for Hire, thankfully, is probably done. Unless you're really, really into war. You're gonna stop with Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to use them in the central gamma lanes, but you don't need to take them up super high unless we get new tier difficulties in the Greek raids.
Sure.
I think like tier 12, tier 13 is maybe tier 14 if you're going
Historically,
crazy.
when we see a defense only team,
Mm-hmm.
it has an era of prominence, and then people just stop building it.
Yeah.
Hydra, Asgardians, mercenaries, they used to be extremely terrifying, and now they're just stagnant. Nobody builds them.
Yeah. I'm with Marauders, at least you have Mr. Sinister who has his uses.
Yeah.
I mean, Emma's like everywhere. I mean, not in the raids as much, but I mean,
Emma's a nice utility character. Everybody
yeah.
has her built up, so finding cool uses for her, like what we're seeing here, is good. I've been using her on offense for quite a while now. Just
Mhm.
that speed,
Yeah.
getting those opening barrages off or avoiding it, can be so huge.
Yeah, that minus 10% speed at the start, and then her cleanse puts speed down the enemy team,
Yeah.
and then that mass dispel and mind control thing. It's beautiful. But yeah, so Weapon X. Let's talk Weapon X. So this is
Interesting.
yeah,
Drax.
this one is like a slight punch
Drax is a
down.
really good tank.
Yes, so oh man, I can't believe I'm about to sing the
It's
praises of
Drax
Drax.
Crossbones. Yeah, this is something else.
Yeah, so the reason why I have two
We're
Pretons
down in the
here,
weeds of Theorycraft right
dude,
now.
it's nuts. Like, I don't know, man. Like this has been some insane days of recording and testing and theory crafting, trying to figure out stuff with Eternals. But like, Eternals get shredded by Weapon X. The trauma, the heal block, and there's also the fact that with Lady Deathstrike and her ult, I showed it in a previous video trying New Warriors and Eternals against Weapon X. No chance at all. Like, they never move. Weapon X just destroys them. Between the speed bar that Omega Red gets and then the speed bar reduction that Lady Deathstrike does, like, he'll get his ultimate off before the Eternals can ever do anything. So you have to find characters that can outspeed them, and then as insurance, get rid of the speed up on them and put an ability block on Omega Red. Because you don't have a guarantee that you're going to be able to kill Omega Red in time. And you do not want him to get off that ultimate. Because if that ultimate gets off, it's game over. That's trauma, heal block on everybody, flips everything. It's no good. So This is where Zemo really comes into play against Weapon X with this. And this is like an 80% success rate, because it really comes down to how things chain with Sabretooth and with Wolverine. Now, I should also mention my Drax is like tier 12 here.
This is nuts.
Yeah. So you saw that the speed bar reduction did hit the Eternals, but
crazy.
Zemo is still going to outspeed Omega Red there. Still going first, even with the speed bar reduction from Lady Deathstrike here.
Well, Omega Red did get his ultimate off, and he landed the ability block on Red Guardian.
That was his special.
Oh, his special? Okay.
His ultimate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, his special.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to try to get to him, and we're going to ability block him before his ultimate, which would be total game over.
Correct. And there you go.
Gotcha.
Ability block, speed down a couple characters. And then the other thing, too, is...
The Eternals can come back from this.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They look totally dead.
I mean, look at that. Look at how low their health is.
Dead.
This is all they need. This is the only opening they need, because they give themselves speed up. They've got speed down from Zemo on the Weapon X team. Completely resets the speed bar on them.
Wow.
There you go.
That is crazy.
Absolutely insane. The only drawback I found is based on who Silver Samurai kills with his ultimate. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Zemo is gonna have some good content to watch on a live stream when he locks you in jail again. Like, look at that.
That is ridiculous.
And look, they're back up to full health now.
Fine. It wasn't a problem. I'm telling you, it's the new raid team.
So yeah, this is what I wanted to bring you on for. I wanted to give this to you as a present. Well, Merry Christmas. Merry early Christmas.
Maybe I can make one for you with Miles.
Please don't. You know what? Do. Go for it. Surprise me. We'll have you back on, and you can show me what you've done with Miles Morales.
Maybe next year.
Oh, no. All right. But, yeah, so what do you think?
Eternals are disturbing.
Yeah.
That's the take home here. I mean, that's what this all is. It's just the Eternals being Eternals. The other stuff is great though, and yeah, I like how you've optimized out. You know, you're using that. This is actually a great attack. That is like hot trash. Drax, Red Guardian. Like, what the hell are you doing with them these days? I mean, unless you've built up skill military, which I know you have, but
yeah.
I told a lot of people to skip it, and I think a lot of people did. It's like a war attack team. It was already past its usefulness when it came out because Shadowlands was out.
Oh man!
Before they fixed it or whatever, and then people started using it in raids, and then Secret Avengers came out. So it was like it really just missed its mark as far as timing goes in the meta. So you have two great pre-taught tanks that aren't really doing much. And then you're throwing in Zemo. I know a lot of people have missed the mark, haven't seen the value of Hydra. So maybe all they have is a built-up Zemo. Because I think everybody got the idea, hey, Zemo is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they don't know what to do with him anymore. So this is a cool use.
Yeah, I mean, they've probably built him up for Arena, maybe RTA, something with X Factor. I know there's people who just use Zemo with X Factor to this day.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, this is your hot new counter to weapons. Oh man, I threw Red Guardian in first. I had I can't remember who I had in Drax's spot. I may have had Red Skull in Drax's spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Red Guardian, he drops low half health, he loses taunt.
It looks like Eternals don't need it. Like Red Skull is great to give him that extra turn.
Mm-hmm.
But these monsters don't even need it.
No, they do not.
They just live through, and then once they get their turn, it's just over.
Yeah.
Unless you're Heroes for Hire who can like tank it, but even then, Heroes for Hire doesn't really have sustain. They don't keep damaging you. They stay alive, but if you can keep healing yourself like these two can, you can make it through.
Colleen does have some nice damage.
You kill her early.
Yeah. Yeah,
winning.
if you get rid of her, it gets a lot easier. Because Shang-Chi can't. I think Shang-Chi's ult is like a 5-turn cooldown or something crazy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a long time before that ultimate hits again. And during that time, yeah, their damage is kind of lacking.
Yeah. So if you can keep healing like these two.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
That was...
yeah. So once Red Guardian lost his taunt, I was like, okay, I need them to pre-taunt, and I was like, I can't believe I'm about to wheel Drax out against freaking Weapon X.
Did you have a
And
problem finding
it
them?
worked. So
I find that mine, I can't see mine.
what? You're
I can't see my Drax.
Boo. Boo this man. But yeah, like I said, about 80% success rate. It really depends on if your pre-taunts are still taunting by the time Silver Samurai gets his ult, because if he does kill off one of the Eternals, it's over.
Yeah,
Once one of them is dead, their ultimates can't do the speed bar reduction. No bueno. And they can't cleanse because of the trauma. So yeah, it's dicey, but it's if you have a built-up Drax, God help you if you have a built-up Drax. Um I'm sure there's someone out there watching this. It's like, finally!
Yes, his day has come.
It's my time to shine.
Ah, you fools.
All right, well, that's gonna about do it here. Let me know down below, what do you guys think about this stuff with Hydra and Eternals? Do you guys think it's worth pursuing? Let me know down below. As always, Mr. Hargrave, it was a pleasure having you on. I do like the costume, or the suit and the purple tie. It's very nice. It's very fancy. I always enjoy seeing that with you. But anything else you want to share before we close things up?
Yeah, come join the Gravediggers over on Twitch. We are live talking about Marvel Strike Force every Wednesday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we always put things up over on YouTube. Just look for Mr. Hargrave. Pretty easy to find.
Yep. All right, guys, that's going to be it from us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.